Alright, hello guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about the top 15 most important Short Wars characters from Season 1. Now, in case some of you don't know what Short Wars is, it's basically a series made by a bunch of Shorts YouTubers where the main villain of the story basically creates a bunch of clones and tries to take down the creators. There is more to it, but obviously not going to explain it all in this video because the video would just be, too long. But basically I'm going to be making, I guess you could say, maybe a series about the most important Short Wars characters. Note, this list is not my favorite Short Wars characters, it's just the most important ones, so don't flame me in the comments. But yeah, this is the first season, and then in the next video we'll move on to the second season, etc. So anyways, without wasting any more time, let's get into it. So in number 15, we got K and Splash, because, well, Splash didn't really do anything for this ARG. He didn't have a story arc in the season, and the only thing we got was that he was mentioned in a few videos. I guess his arc was just accepting the sponsorship and not uploading, because that's pretty much what he did, was just not upload. So yeah, there's not much to say about that. So in number 14, we got Mog Swamp. Now, Mog Swamp has a similar arc to K and Splash. He basically accepted the sponsorship and just stopped making shorts. Now, the reason he's a number higher than Splash, though, is because he actually streamed during this ARG, and people were all talking about Short Wars in the chat, and he basically talks about it for a bit, saying that he got a threat and he talked to a lawyer, but other than that, there is not much to say. So in number 13, we got Dano. Now, the reason I put Dano low on the list is because I feel like he sort of just existed for Season 1. For starters, Dano did get a sponsorship from CloneVPN, however, Riggy accepted instead of Dano, so Dano did not get cloned. So Dano just continued to make shorts like normal and just called Riggy crazy when he brought it up. And when Riggy got replaced and Dano saw this, he just thought, oh yeah, that's just Riggy. He literally kind of knew nothing about what was going on until the very end of the ARG, and he just wasn't that important. He basically just existed and he was kind of dumb, so yeah. So in number 12, we got Bundun. Now, Bundun's arc was pretty simple. That's why it's a little low. He's basically just accepted the sponsorship but continued to make shorts like normal, and then got replaced by a clone and got tied up underneath his own desk. But then he was finally able to defeat his clone with the Bulbasaur. But that was basically Bundun's arc for Season 1. Nothing too special. So in number 11, we got Clone Johnny, which is basically the first clone on the list. Basically, Clone Johnny's arc was he was basically created in a cloning machine and then replaced Johnny Razor on stream by shooting him. And then he just made videos like Johnny did and then got punched and killed by Johnny Razor at the end of the ARG. That's pretty much all Clone Johnny did though, so yeah. So in number 10, we got Clone Bundun. Now, Clone Bundun was made in the cloning machine and then replaced Bundun by tying him up under his own desk. And Clone Bundun basically had a similar arc to Clone Johnny, where he just made videos similar to Bundun. Now, the reason he ranks higher than Clone Johnny, though, is because he actually changed his outfit and his fight lasted longer, but other than that, both arcs are pretty similar. So in number 9, we got Johnny Razor. Now, Johnny Razor's arc was a bit interesting. So basically, he accepted the sponsorship and got cloned, but continued to make videos like normal. However, when Clone Johnny was going to replace Johnny, the clone actually shot Johnny. However, he was able to protect himself with a fun orb. But he played dead, so Clone Johnny didn't notice. So around when the ARG finished, Johnny basically got the hard drive from Riggy and destroyed the cloning facility. And he defeated his clone with one punch. So in number 8, we got Failure. Now, Failure may not have been the most important arc, but it might have been the most interesting. You see, like the other creators, he accepted the sponsorship and got cloned. However, when he got replaced was when things started to get interesting, because for some reason, I guess Failure got trapped in some room for a week, but it actually felt like a year. And then in the finale stream, it was basically just him talking to the camera about random thoughts for almost 2 hours, until he finally breaks the Matrix or something and goes to defeat his clone. However, the stream cuts off, and to this day, we have not seen the fight. So in number 7, we got Clone Failure, and this is definitely an interesting one. You see, Clone Failure was made in the clone machine like all the other clones were. What's interesting about this clone is that when Failure accepted the sponsorship, we actually saw Clone Failure in the sponsorship video. But anyways, Failure gets replaced, and for some reason, Clone Failure decides to upload an anime opening and a CloneVPN game. And he even explains how he wants to do more than what the boss is telling him to do. And while we actually never saw a fight with him and Failure, so some people say he's still alive, but I'm pretty sure he's canonically dead. So in number 6, we got Joe Kane. And Joe Kane is an interesting character. You see, Joe Kane, like everyone else, got sent a sponsorship. However, Joe Kane did not actually accept that sponsorship, meaning he wasn't able to be cloned. So Riggy was able to send him a message, and Joe Kane was able to successfully take down CloneVPN. The thing I'm still confused about, though, is why Joe had glitches in his shorts, even though he never accepted the sponsorship, but whatever, I guess. So in number 5, we got Royal Pear. Now, Royal Pear accepted the sponsorship and got cloned and replaced by Royal Melon. So Royal Pear is now trapped in the facility. But Royal Pear still sent Morse code in the shorts, so Royal Melon had to tie him up. However, Riggy did help Pear escape, and both Riggy and Royal Pear were able to help take down the facility. At the end of it all, Royal Pear had a fight with this clone, but sadly, Royal Pear won due to Royal Melon's sacrifice. So in number 4, we got Riggy. Now, Riggy's arc is definitely interesting because he actually noticed that there was something off, and he tried to warn Dano. However, he was ignored and ultimately got replaced and tied up in the facility. However, Riggy was able to easily escape, and he teamed up with Royal Pear to help take down the facility and put an end to the boss's plan. So in number 3, we got Royal Melon. Now, like every other clone, Royal Melon was created in the cloning machine. However, he was actually not supposed to be Pear's clone, but the first one failed, so they had to use the prototype, which was Royal Melon. Now, Royal Melon did replace Royal Pear and trapped him in the facility. However, he slowly realized that he did not actually want to be on the boss's side, and he actually wanted to help the creators the best he could. However, because of this, the boss wanted Royal Melon to be killed, which sadly was... until season 2, but this is a video about season 1, so we're gonna assume he died, okay? So in number 2, we got Clone Riggy. Now, this is an interesting fella, because the creation of Clone Riggy actually caused the cloning machine to blow up. And he also looks a little different than Riggy, but he basically replaces Riggy and traps Riggy in the facility. As time went on, you could see that Clone Riggy's eyes were cracking. But anyways, Riggy finally had the fight with Clone Riggy, and Riggy won. However, Clone Riggy didn't die because he was able to glitch in time. He also saved the boss so he didn't die, and so they could continue their plan. Alright, so before we get into number 1, let's do some honorable mentions first. So, honorable mention to Fun Orb and the Shadow. So finally, in number 1, we have the boss. And I think it's pretty self-explanatory because he canonically started the entire thing. He sent the sponsorship, he made the clones, he basically told the clones what to do, he's basically the mastermind of this entire thing, which just makes him the most important character in SWTOR Season 1. But anyways, that's going to be the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to like, subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.